Ex-footballer Joey Barton just got whacked with a massive conviction and only narrowly avoided prison time over offensive jokes made on social media.
For each of these offences, I impose a suspended sentence order of 18 months duration. On counts 2 and 4, the racially aggravated offences.
Racially aggravated? This was in the context of comments Barton made about the commentator Eni Aluko. Sounds really extreme, must have been quite bad. So I researched what Barton actually said about Aluko, thinking I'd missed something. I didn't. This is what he said. Barton posted that Aluko was only there to tick boxes, dismissing diversity, equity and inclusion initiatives as a load of shit, affirmative action and stemming from BLM George Floyd nonsense. He also superimposed Aluko's and Lucy Ward's faces onto serial killers Fred and Rose West as part of a joke, claiming they murdered viewers' ears with their commentary. And that's it. Despite the joke also being aimed at Lucy Ward, who's white, the judge still deemed that to be a racially aggravated attack on Aluko. Barton's conviction was also driven by the mere fact itself that Aluko felt the insult was racially aggravated.
I care more about the consequences that he has to suffer for what he decided to do to me, to Lucy, to Jeremy, and the conduct that he has exemplified for other people to think it's okay. And I'm pretty confident that he will regret what he's done.
Is Joey Barton a very unpleasant man? Maybe, I don't know him. A lot of people seem to think so. Should he have been targeted with civil defamation lawsuits brought by Aluko and the others who he made comments about? Almost certainly yes, and Jeremy Vine successfully sued Barton for calling him a bike nonce. But should it be a racially aggravated criminal offence to suggest someone's bad at their job because they're a DEI hire picked to tick boxes? Most sane people would say no, but that's literally the legal precedent that this case has set. To emphasise, it's now illegal in the UK to suggest that television broadcasters in some cases are giving jobs to non-white people to meet diversity targets regardless of their actual talent. Even though the BBC publicly states that's their policy, to ensure 25% of its workforce and content is BAME representative. In other words, they don't hire people purely on merit, regardless of their skin colour. They actively seek to fulfil diversity quotas based on skin colour. Can't say that though, it's illegal, even though it's literally their policy. Make it make sense.
You say that from a place of privilege, because
hang on, but you're the Sky Sports presenter, and I'm not allowed to sign things in bookshops. I'm not allowed to be in TV and things.
Well, I've earned it. I've earned everything I've got. I mean, someone could be watching this going, well, he's pretty privileged. I mean, this is a lovely studio. And
you've earned it because to an extent, because it's the mainstream media, you, like all the others, earned being a pundit via gatekeeper. Somebody had to decide, I'm going to give her a job.
Yeah.
It was decided I couldn't have a job. Now, I did earn it. Like I told you, I went around and learned 5 languages. Mm-hmm. No other presenter's done that. Mm-hmm. Louis Theroux's not gone and done that. I gave up so much of my life to be able to do it. And the success of this YouTube shows I'm obviously quite good at it as well, right?
But,
So I'm saying I earned it as well. We both earned it, but right. You got the job and I didn't. And I had to do all this myself.
Right, but...
And that's because of our skin colour. And yet you're calling me the privileged one.
I guess we're just going to have to build countless new prisons to lock up all the people who've criticised Aluko over her on-air performances, because this goes way back before anything Joey Barton said.
But when it comes to this championship, he's had a real impact so far.
He really has. He's the top scorer for Brazil over the last 2 years. He's got a great record, 19 goals in 40 appearances. Do the math on that. It's one goal a game, pretty much.
Just be a bit more consistent, because sometimes it can be amazing techers and the next minute's over the bar. But he's consistent, right?
You can get, and they responded really well. Got some big wins. Players like Dwight, they're playing really well.
A big club, and say, right, can you put in a bid in? And that would get my owner to basically put a higher bid in. It's a bit like an auction, isn't it? I don't think Manchester City actually want to sign Declan Rice. I think what's going on here is Arteta's picked up the phone to Pep, said, listen, Arsenal are going to do the sort of incremental bid approach. If you put a higher bid in, that will push my owner to I think there's a bit of that going on. get it down.
It was those clips that prompted Barton to state, quote, "Any, sorry love, you're dreadful as a pundit. Tone deaf, can't count, and most importantly, you know next to nothing about men's football." Add in the comment about her being a DEI hire, and that's a racially aggravated criminal offence. On some occasions, in the eyes of the law, it's also a worse offence than possessing some of the most depraved material imaginable. The same judge gave Callum Latimer a lesser sentence than he gave Joey Barton. Hugh Edwards also received a lesser sentence for possessing the same disgusting material. Calling someone off the TV a bike nonce is deemed to be a bigger crime in the UK than being an actual nonce. An illegal migrant who sexually assaulted 3 women received a more lenient sentence. This is the utter state of free speech in the UK, where in some cases, if the person you insult or joke about feels anxiety, feels they've been the victim of racism, you run the risk of getting more prison time than people who've committed some of the worst crimes possible. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.